Welcome to another Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey, we are still enjoying Jack and Jack because that's what I'm drinking. Today's video, we're going to go through a little bit longer video of the short that I did of what had the best first issue for the Absolute series. So I'm going to go through, and right now, how I'm feeling right now, I'm going to go through what I think is the best to the worst, or vice versa. This is not to say that I don't like these. What this is saying is, of the ones here, which ones I like the best. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the one I like the least of these is Absolute Superman. I'm trying to give this one some time. I love the art. I think the writing is good. I just think of these here, Absolute Superman is the one that, of just the first issue and weighing just the first issue, is what I liked the least. The next one that I would say that I liked the least was Green Lantern. Now, I thought the art was cool. I thought the writing was cool. I think the reason that this just didn't hit for me is I felt like they were introducing too many of the Lantern characters. I would like to focus to have been of just one primarily. I do think it's an interesting start. I am going to read the future issues. But if I had to rank these, this would be my number 5. My next one, and this was hard, I'll be honest, because I was all on board on this one until I read these other two after the fact. And that's going to be Absolute Wonder Woman. Now, I love Absolute Wonder Woman. I thought this was fantastic. I thought what they're doing on this was great. And this was one of my top picks until I read these other ones. I still would highly recommend you reading this series. And I am enjoying these. And if you can tell in the videos, I've done videos on this one, a few of these issues already. Now, the next one is a tough one for me. I kind of go back and forth. But I would have to go with Flash being the next one. I thought this was an intriguing start. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. At the time of this filming, they came out with issue number 2, which I have not read yet. I have not done a video yet on issue number 1, but that's where it would be on if I was ranking these. Now, the next one, I'll be honest, there was just a no-brainer. We already know what number 1 was going to be. But what shocked me, and oh my lord, did this shock me, Absolute Martian Manhunter. I did not realize how badly I needed this comic book. Let me go ahead and get another sip. This reminds me so much of the old Doctor Strange comic books. It reminds me a lot of comic books from like the 60s and 70s. I thought what they did with this was great. I thought the final page was amazing. I hope they put this past the first 6 issues. I really, really enjoyed this. And this would be my second best issue number 1. Now, it should become as no surprise, Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman issue 1 I thought was phenomenal. And who would have thought with what they were doing and how cool Alfred is, I love what they were doing this. Absolute Batman, I have to admit, is probably going to be in my top 5 comics of this last year. Anybody who's watched the videos, no secret that I also love Ultimate Spider-Man. But for the Absolute series, this is number 1. So let's go ahead and do these again. So if I were to rank these, Absolute Batman would be number 1, best first issue so far. Martian Manhunter would be number 2. Absolute Flash would be number 3. Wonder Woman would be 4. Green Lantern would be 5. And Absolute Superman would be number 6. Now, I would love to hear what your thoughts are and your opinions on if you had to rank these from what you thought was your favorite to least favorite of the 6. And you can still like all 6 for different reasons, right? But what would you say are the ones that you like the best? And I would be really curious to as why. And what I am going to do is, I think when each one of these gets to issue 6, I'm going to redo this video and see if my picks are the same. So I'm curious to see if my picks will be the same or not. Would love to hear comments in the comment section, what you're thinking so far of each of these series. Do you have a favorite series overall? And what would you say is the best first issue? Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, my favorite series overall is Absolute Batman. And at the time of this filming, they're at issue number 6. But if I had to go with just these first issues, again, that was the order. Really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video. Please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. Until next time, folks, cheers.